Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thank you so much for joining me here. Hope you're having a great day. We're going to take a quick look again here at Cardano, see what's going on. Performing very well actually in this range, even though we're establishing lower highs and lower lows, obviously within reason here. We are maintaining this upper range of 74 to 84 cents as a rough estimate. And it's looking pretty good, all things considered. You do got to recognize Bitcoin's not looking great. Most altcoins are kind of on a razor's edge, so further downside would make sense. It's probably best to expect that. Just based on the fact that we have a pretty significant amount of volume above us. We'll look at open interest and a few other things to make sure you understand kind of what's going on. We can walk away with somewhat of an advantage here, but the key takeaway is that Cardano's not in dire straits, but it definitely has room for improvement. Okay, so we'll take a look at that and much more. Please hit the like button before we get started. Really appreciate that. Again, if you want to become a better trader, cryptocash.tech is a site link down below. We do have a trading academy, community, and signals group. And just to touch on it really quick here, our Cornix bot is doing fairly well here, up $404 on $50 per trade since the beginning of the month. This is a newer strategy we're trying out, but so far profitable. Obviously, you want to be careful with the amount per trade for the moment, because obviously it hasn't been perfected. It's looking pretty good. So super awesome. Happy to hear that. And thank you for the awesome feedback. Let's take a quick look here at the backend data and work our way down and kind of go from there. So first things first, we want to talk a little bit about the heavy concentration liquidation here, about 73 to 72 cents. The likelihood of that getting hit is higher because we're closer to it. Okay, so you got to kind of recognize that. The overall trend is down for the market, so why would Cardano be any different, right? So again, even though it's performing well in a lot of ways, it's still not outperforming or doing well in the macro. Those are things you got to really understand. So if you're going to consider longs, which are still viable, make sure your profit targets are realistic. Don't try to take this to $1, $3, something stupid like that, because those days are over. Honestly, ever since Bitcoin ETF, we've seen a lot of difficulty with just letting coins, letting trades ride. You got to kind of pay attention. You got to secure profits. The market is literally just one of these here, up and down, up and down. While markets are supposed to go up and down, they're not supposed to be range bound for 15 days straight when we have aggressive candle wicks in every direction. Altcoins are just don't even know what the heck they're doing. It's a very ridiculous market. There's no other way around it. The key takeaway here, though, is that we can see there's a lot of open positions for shorts. More people are shorting than taking longs. So while that's surprising, it's also, while it's not surprising, it's also par for the course. Okay, and you got to recognize that with this many shorts here in the market and this much liquidation closer to the price action, I don't feel super confident recommending a long position based on these metrics alone, okay? Now, do we take trades based on what we see on the back end only? No, you don't. Do you take trades based on Elliott wave only? Of course not. That's just a stupid thing to do. What isn't stupid is to look at different time frames, kind of get a little bit of information from every time frame, and make an informed decision that just has a slightly higher chance of success than the next guy that's just kind of blindly throwing darts at a dartboard, right? So what we're looking at here is 77 to 80 to 82 cents. These are three areas of open interest, all above us, all reinforcing that resistance. Okay, so I do think Cardano is more likely to go down based on the backend data, but once more, let's go ahead and double check a few things. So daily time frame, we are below the 20-day SMA, our volume weighted moving average. We have a ton of liquidity, of course. We can kind of see that. The fair value gaps, we have some above us here. We got some fair value gaps above us, but that's a little ways away. We literally have to break 82 cents to be able to have any luck or legs to stand on before taking along with confidence. Again, situations like this, it's important to be careful. When we take a look, though, at the overall situation here, we're under 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is coming up. That is higher because it's factoring in the most recent pump here. You got to recognize that Cardano had a pretty strong 2 or 3 trading days when Bitcoin was just kind of going up a little bit. So you got to recognize that is a factor here, okay? And that could also consider the fact that we're more likely to go up because of that. But I try to take trades based on that one thing because honestly, little pumps like that, they're more likely to be sold off, which we're seeing here in the last 24 hours. So it really depends on what size direction you're on there. But the truth is, with Bitcoin pulling back right now, it's not really a good look here for this coin. Let's take a quick look here at the 4-hour time frame and kind of just double check and kind of reiterate here. We do have a support range. Keep in mind, I'm going to update our playout charts on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. They're going to be available for you if you're watching this video. So just know it looks a little something like this. It's always available for you. Just kind of getting you insight on every coin that I cover, along with a little bit of humor here along the way, right? Because we have to laugh some of this off because this market is, it has been absolute trash lately. So let's take a look here. what we're looking at here, first of all, in the 4-hour time frame, we want to double check a few important factors. We're below every single moving average. We have a local point of control at about 790, basically round number 80 cents. Instead of 79 cents, it's about 80 if you wound up a little bit. So 80 cents is that resistance range to 83. We can recognize too, we're under 50 on the RSI, stochastic while it's swinging up, and MACD is trying to converge. Nothing's truly happened there yet. And even if it were to, I'd still feel a little leery taking a trade into this. So again, at this point, I don't love what I see here. While it's mostly bearish and the price action or the overall structure is decent, if Bitcoin continues to do what it's been doing recently, we're probably going to see this pull back. But in the overall sentiment, the macro is still bearish. The 4-hour time frame is mostly bearish, and the hourly, if I'm willing to bet, is still also the same thing too. So we're getting confirming factors on every time frame, letting us know we're still bearish in this coin. There's nothing really letting us know we're going to break out. I think we had a pretty good little run here, but to expect that again is kind of foolhardy, just based on the simple fact that it's not a really good price structure. The only thing I am seeing here that could be potential reality, we do have a power of 3 potential, is the reach here, but oftentimes you'll see the price action work itself down as a last little short trap, and then the price will pump itself up to that kind of that third and final wave. That is only going to happen if Bitcoin runs towards 98,000. At this point, we want to presume that 83 cents is that solid resistance, and we got a lot of confluence at 80 cents as well. So 80 to 83, we break through that, we're good to go. Between now and then, those would be good considerations for short targets, just based on the overall sentiment is being down, right? The market is down, there's nothing here that is beneficial, there's no hidden bullish divergence, anything like that. If you're seeing that and you're attaching yourself to that and you take along and you get lucky, is exactly what it is. So please understand, folks, you should be looking at the charts and trying to figure out reasons not to take a trade. You shouldn't be convincing yourself to take a trade. It should be the exact opposite. At this point, I don't need to convince myself. There's nothing here telling me a long position makes sense. It's telling me mostly that a short position is much more probable, okay? Or at least more successful potential return there. Keep in mind, again, a lot of it hinges on Bitcoin and what it does here soon. But for the most part, as a standalone, there's not a lot here that tells me that we're going to go up versus down here. It makes more sense to presume the price will go down soon. What would be nice, of course, is for the price to retest its local point of control, this 80 cent mark, and then short at that level. That'd be a good consideration. Between now and then, I would urge caution in taking longs, just in general, with altcoins right now. I think we're getting a lot of false positives, a lot of fake outs, which have been consistent. By the way, folks, Bitcoin has had 5 official fake outs, basically giving us confirmation that long positions are viable, and then instantly reversing it on us 5 times so far in the last 2 weeks. So basically this month, we've seen 5 fake outs that are officially trash. It's frustrating. So right now I'm avoiding those breakouts. What I'm doing is I'm trading within a range, 95 to 98,000 for Bitcoin. Altcoins, a little bit different story. Just anyways, food for thought. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much for watching. Again, take advantage of this exclusive offer here from Bitunix. So they have this going for the next 2 or 3 weeks. Nice little deposit rewards, easy money. Honestly, folks, majority of my community is using Bitunix already. So all you got to do is just go to your reward center and deposit the funds. You're good to go. Okay. All right, folks. Have a good rest of your day. I look forward to seeing the next one. Really appreciate your time. Thanks again. See you soon.